Outside of Derby, I work in the mental health field.
Work at Hood College in the duplicating office. Work part-time at a movie theater.
I'm a first grade teacher.
I'm a tattoo artist.
I work at a radio station. I am the receptionist. I also do their websites. I'm like the admin assistant. I help with everything in the building, plus I get to be on air.
I am a mother of 3.
I work in retail. I have 3 kids. I have a 6-year-old and 15-month-old twins. I run a small business and I do like screen printing and graphic design and sewing and all that.
I work at the common market. I'm the main produce girl there pretty much. Try to go out when I can, like to hang out around downtown, go to parks, walk around, play with my cat. Pretty boring, you know. Gotta save my energy.
Please, 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 no one. I don't want to see anybody coming off that track going, oh, don't put me in, unless like you're bleeding. Because, your eye. I mean, we're a team, you're tired, but imagine how bad the other girls feel. Go! Be a soldier for your jammer out there. Those girls are big. You need to play safe, but be a soldier and get her through. Because if they start knocking her around like a ping pong ball, she's done.
Stuff. But some girls are built for speed, and some girls, they like to fight. There ain't nothing so sweet as a girl on skates whooping other girls' asses all night. She's the hottest little deal on 8 wheels, burn like a baby.
No cussing, no flipping them off. I don't think boys and serious, we don't have a problem with that.
We don't have any flippage to worry about.
No flippage. But have a good time. I mean, you skate fucking roller derby. Have fun.
Roll up and whoop my ass. Well, some men, they like them quiet. Some men like them shy. But give me a girl with some bruises on her butt and that killer look in her eye. She's the hottest little deal on jamming and a blocking and a little skull knocking. It's enough to make a grown man yell. Go, go, roller girl, look at that girl roll. Roller derby saved my soul.
Started about 2 years ago. We started in Greencastle, PA.
Paneltina from Charm City Roller Girls contacted me on MySpace. Said, hey, there's a girl in Hagerstown trying to start a roller derby league in your own backyard. Go help her. So she showed me the link to the girl. Looked her up, said, hey, here you're trying to set up roller derby. I got some connections in Hagerstown, maybe I can help you. Okay, cool.
I heard that they were having a meeting at the movie theater to start a league. And I went out there and it just seemed like a bunch of kids that said that they wanted to start a roller derby league. I didn't really know that much about roller derby, but I went out, went to the meeting. It sounded like a really good time.
And originally it was Age Core.
Hagerstown Community of Roller Enthusiasts, which is pretty lame.
And then we changed over to MDRB. And this is actually our first real season.
Josh, or Elvis Presley, recommended Mason-Dixon Roller Vixens, and it was just perfect. Like, it rolled off the tongue, it was ironic, it was, you know, kind of sassy too. And so MDRB was born.
Foxy Horror looking to break through, and she does. She's her lead jammer. Might have had an oxygen tank over there. It looks like she is on fire right now.
It's a game where you have a pack of people from each team. You have 4 blockers, and then you have jammers in the back, and they are trying to break through the pack in any way possible. Each team trying to create walls of their own to block the other team, and we're trying to break up the other team's walls.
A roster is made up to 14 people. Any 5 take to the track at any point in time.
There's 3 blockers, a pivot, and a jammer. Blockers and the pivot make up the pack. The pivots wear a striped helmet cover, and they're basically the head blocker. They're like the brains of the operation.
And the job as a blocker is to not only make a hole for your jammer to get through the pack, but also to close it up so that their jammer can't get through the pack. And you would make a hole by hitting. That's why you would, hit into somebody. Or you can positionally block, which is just getting in front of them, being in their way, that sort of thing. You can make a wall with your team members.
And you got your jammer who starts back there, 20 feet behind the blockers. And Then the whistle goes, the blockers go. After the blockers are past the pivot line, which is the front line, the jammers are signaled that they can go, and they just haul ass and try to get through the pack.
Whichever jammer gets through first is the lead jammer. That means they can call off the jam by putting their hands on their hips, sort of a strategic move.
You know, they could decide if the other jammer ends up being faster than them, that they'll call it off so that there's no points gotten. And the second pass through the pack, you get 1 point for every opposing team member that you pass, and it's the same way. And the max on each time limit in a jam is 2 minutes.
I learned about roller derby through the internet. Actually, I watched that show.
A&E Roller Girls.
I'd seen Roller Girls on A&E.
About the Texas Roller Girls. And I was probably like 14 when that show came out, but I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I went to school in Providence, Rhode Island for a while, and I started skating with Providence Roller Derby. And I quit school, came back home, and now I skate with Mason-Dixon.
I was at a show, somebody came up to me and said, "Do you know how to roller skate?" And I said, "I haven't roller skated since I was 12. And she was like, "You know, you should come check out roller derby practice with me." Initially, I thought, like, wow, it would be really cool to wear fishnets and knee socks, and didn't have any idea what I was really getting myself into.
I lived in Virginia Beach, and my boyfriend at the time, his roommate, was on the Dominion Derby Girls. We were just going to go out for some drinks, and instead of going to a bar, we thought, well, let's just go watch some roller derby and have beer there. My first bout, I didn't even watch the girls skate. I was like back in the little kitchen part drinking beer, and then I kept hearing everybody yell and all this stuff going on. So then the next time we went, I actually sat where I could see, and it was one of those love at first sight things.
I lived in Mount Airy, and my boyfriend worked at the auto bar, and one of the Charm City roller girls, Sheeval Knievel, she worked at the auto bar, and she used to always try to get me to come out. And like, I started checking it out from there, and then I ended up getting pregnant, so there was no way I could skate. Before I even thought about joining this league, they had a logo contest, and like, I entered that. And after a while, I'd be watching it on YouTube and stuff. I'm like, I need to do this. And I seen them out at a little concert at the Colonial, and they were like, you should come out, and I was like, I've been thinking about it. And it took me a few months. Finally, like, I was like, I'm doing it.
I went up there, I was like, oh, you know, that's cool, I could totally never ever do that. And then a year and a half later, I saw they had an open house, and one of my friends were doing it from work, and so I tagged along, and I fell in love with it, and I've been addicted ever since.
3 years ago, they sucked, but that was 3 years ago, so that's all I know about them.
Play clean. It's only 2 half hours. You'll be fine. I hope no one's ever died playing roller derby. We're not leaving here being pissed off. We're leaving here playing the best game we can. That's what we do.
Roller derby is making a comeback because it's very refreshing to see a sport that's completely independent and run entirely by the players, and it's just fun. It's more fun than watching a baseball game, let's be honest.
After the girls in Texas brought it back, you know, people seeing it, they're just like, oh my gosh, we got to do this. It's just like a wildfire spreading everywhere, and I think that it's not going to stop. Like, I honestly think it's just going to keep getting bigger, and I just think that it's entertaining. Like, anybody can come watch a bout, from your old grandpa to a little kid, and they're going to have fun. It's not segmented into like little groups of people. Anybody can come out and watch it and enjoy it, because pretty much anybody I know likes to watch, you know, chicks hitting each other and skating around.
Sex appeal, you know, for a lack of a better way to put it. When else do you get to see girls hitting each other in underwear and fishnets, and it's acceptable, and it's encouraging.